Greetings, Sigmas. Imagine walking into a room and the energy shifts, not because you spoke, but because your presence said everything. You don't need flashy words, fake smiles, or forced charm. You're calm, you're focused, you're untouchable, and that is power. What if I told you the real secret isn't doing more, but caring less? Not out of arrogance, but from alignment. Not from ego, but from inner peace. Welcome to the art of not giving a damn, how Sigma males attract without even trying. This isn't about rebellion, it's about freedom. Freedom from validation, freedom from noise, and freedom from the exhausting trap of trying to please everyone. Sigma males are lone wolves by nature, operating outside the traditional dominance hierarchy. While alpha males chase attention and beta males seek approval, Sigmas walk their own path. Psychologists have even coined this term to describe introverted, confident individuals who don't conform to social expectations. You attract without trying because you move with purpose, not performance. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who displayed calm assertiveness, like the Sigma archetype, were seen as more attractive and competent than those who tried too hard. And here's the kicker: when you don't chase, people wonder why. That mystery becomes magnetism. Your silence speaks louder than words. Your focus becomes contagious. And your emotional independence becomes rare in a world addicted to attention. So, no, you're not antisocial, you're selectively social. You don't hate people, you just value your peace more than meaningless interaction. If you've ever felt like you were born to move differently, to lead silently, and to stand out without saying a word, you're not weird, you're Sigma. Let's dive in. Point 1. The core philosophy, what not giving a damn actually means. Let's clear the air once and for all. Doesn't mean you're reckless, heartless, or cold. It simply means you've mastered the art of. You know where your energy goes, and more importantly, where it shouldn't. Sigma males live by this very principle. They don't waste their time worrying about things they can't control or people who don't matter. Instead, they invest their focus where it counts, on goals, growth, and inner peace. Think about it. Your attention is like currency. And if you're constantly throwing it at every opinion, drama, or distraction, you'll be emotionally broke before you know it. Sigma males guard their energy like a vault. They aren't interested in being people pleasers or chasing after trends for acceptance. They live by their, not society's, ever-shifting expectations. There's a huge difference between being indifferent and being intentional. Sigma males are highly intentional. They're not antisocial. They don't need the spotlight because their presence alone commands respect. They speak when there's something worth saying and act when action is needed. No noise, just quiet confidence. Need a real-world example? Enter Keanu Reeves. This man has become a cultural icon, not because he seeks attention, but because he doesn't. He's quiet, grounded, and mysteriously private. And yet people can't get enough of him. He's polite but not performative, humble but not insecure. That's Sigma energy in motion, magnetic without effort, powerful without noise. Psychologically, this attitude reflects high emotional intelligence and a belief that you control your own life rather than being controlled by outside forces. According to psychology, those with a strong internal locus are generally more confident, motivated, and mentally resilient. So when a Sigma male doesn't give a damn, it's not about apathy, it's about clarity. He knows what deserves his attention and what doesn't. He chooses peace over popularity, substance over noise, and purpose over performance. That's not just cool, it's powerful. Point 2, silent confidence is irresistible. You know that guy who walks into a room and doesn't say a word, but somehow he's the most magnetic person there. That's Sigma in action. He doesn't need to tell you how great he is, you just feel it. Why? Because what you're witnessing is a trait rooted in self-assuredness, not arrogance. It's the calm, steady presence of someone who doesn't seek approval but earns respect without trying. Sigma males are often described as lone wolves. They're not outcasts, but independent thinkers who thrive outside traditional social hierarchies. Unlike alpha males who dominate by being loud and visible, Sigmas command attention by being grounded and self-contained. This is what makes their confidence so captivating. It doesn't scream, it whispers. Think of silent dominance like gravity. You can't see it, but you know it's there. It pulls people in naturally. Women in particular are often drawn to this type of energy because it signals emotional stability, depth, and mystery. Evolutionary psychology tells us that humans are wired to pick up on nonverbal cues. A Sigma's body language, relaxed shoulders, calm eye contact, composed movements, says everything without a word. Studies in social psychology show that nonverbal communication accounts for up to 93% of how we perceive others. This means that confidence, presence, and charisma aren't always in what you say, but in how you carry yourself. Sigma males have mastered this. They walk into a room in the spotlight, not by demanding attention, but by simply being present. Their vibe says, I don't need validation, I know who I am. That's powerful. This type of presence is not just magnetic, it's rare. In a world full of noise and attention-seeking behavior, the Sigma's quiet confidence stands out like a lighthouse in the fog. So next time you see someone quietly commanding a room, remember, that's not luck, that's Sigma. Point 3, the power of detachment. Here's the Sigma secret weapon. Unlike most people who crave validation, Sigma males operate on a different frequency. They don't spend their energy trying to impress others, win approval, or fit into social molds. Why? Because they already know who they are. Their sense of identity isn't built on applause, it's rooted in self-awareness and independence. Detachment doesn't mean apathy or coldness, it means emotional discipline. Sigma males have mastered the ability to separate their self-worth from external validation. While the world obsesses over likes, followers, and viral fame, the Sigma male is quietly sipping his coffee, planning his next move, and building something meaningful without broadcasting it to the world. Psychologically, this behavior is backed by studies in human attraction and social dynamics. People are naturally drawn to mystery. The harder someone is to read or predict, the more others become intrigued. This is called the scarcity principle in behavioral psychology. When someone is emotionally unavailable or difficult to access, it creates a sense of value and allure. Sigma males embody this principle without even trying. Here's the ironic twist. By not seeking attention, they become the center of it. When a man is detached from public opinion, he becomes unpredictable. And unpredictability triggers curiosity. People want to decode what they don't understand. Sigma males, by keeping their emotions guarded and their moves silent, stir up a magnetic tension that naturally draws people in. This kind of detachment is powerful in relationships, business, and social settings. It prevents manipulation, fuels self-growth, and maintains emotional clarity. Sigma males don't fear rejection. They understand it's a part of the process. They don't chase people, they chase purpose. And that single-minded focus creates an irresistible energy. So while the world shouts for attention, Sigma males let silence speak. That's their secret weapon. Detachment isn't just cool, it's captivating. And that's why attention always ends up chasing them. Point 4. Embracing solitude like a badge of honor. You know what's rare in today's world? A man who's genuinely content being alone. In a society that constantly glorifies being social, loud, and always surrounded by people, the Sigma male is the quiet rebel. He doesn't need a crowd to feel important. He doesn't chase validation through parties, group chats, or being the center of attention. Instead, he thrives in solitude. That's his recharge zone, where he plans his next move, reflects on his growth, and becomes stronger mentally and emotionally. Psychologists call this trait positive solitude, and it's linked to increased creativity, better focus, and emotional resilience. While many people feel anxious when they're alone, Sigmas find power in it. Solitude for them isn't a punishment, it's a privilege. Now compare that with the alpha male. Alphas are wired to lead the group. Their energy is often fueled by dominance and control over a pack. But Sigmas, they don't need the pack. They build their own kingdom from scratch, on their terms, even if that means doing it alone. That independence isn't just a personality trait, it's a lifestyle, and women, they notice. There's something undeniably attractive about a man who's not needy, clingy, or constantly seeking approval. Self-sufficiency is rare and rare is sexy. It signals confidence, maturity, and purpose. A Sigma doesn't chase. He attracts often without saying a word. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about being selectively social. Sigma males choose depth over noise, clarity over chaos. They value meaningful connections but won't force relationships just to avoid being alone. Here's the truth. Solitude isn't loneliness. For a Sigma, it's liberation. It's the freedom to think, to create, and to grow without distraction. While the world rushes to fit in, Sigma males are quietly mastering the art of standing alone. And that's exactly what makes them stand out. Point 5. The mystery effect. Why less is more. The Sigma male knows the power of being an enigma. Unlike many who feel the need to broadcast every detail of their lives, the Sigma understands the strength in holding back. He doesn't overshare. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't post every move on social media. And that deliberate silence drives people wild. But why does mystery have such a strong pull? It all boils down to human nature. Our brains are wired for curiosity. When we encounter something unpredictable or unreadable, it sparks a mental challenge. We want to solve the puzzle, to uncover what lies beneath the surface. That's why mystery is magnetic, because it activates our deepest desire to understand and discover. The Sigma male thrives in this space of mystery. He is unpredictable, and that keeps others on their toes. When people can't anticipate your next move, they become more engaged, more interested, and even a bit obsessed with trying to figure you out. Yet the truth is, no one really can. The Sigma carefully controls what he reveals, revealing just enough to be intriguing, but never so much that his essence becomes an open book. This behavior is backed by psychological research. Studies on social perception show that people are naturally drawn to those who don't conform to expectations. Being enigmatic signals confidence and self-sufficiency, traits associated with leadership and strength. It also forces others to invest effort into learning about you, which builds a subconscious connection and respect. What really sets the Sigma apart is his refusal to play by the traditional social rulebook. While many follow established norms or seek validation through attention, the Sigma is the plot twist, the unexpected element in any story. He walks his own path and doesn't need to explain why. This independence and unpredictability make him fascinating, respected, and yes, even a little intimidating. In a world where oversharing has become the norm, the Sigma male's enigma is a powerful reminder that sometimes less really is more. Point 6. Boundaries like a fortress. Sigma males are famous for their strong, unshakable boundaries. These boundaries aren't just casual lines in the sand. They're ironclad rules that guide how they interact with the world. Unlike many who might struggle with saying no, Sigmas say it clearly and confidently without the need for apologies or excuses. This firm stance sends a powerful message. Their time, energy, and respect are not up for grabs. Why is this important? Boundaries are fundamental to mental and emotional health. Psychologists agree that setting clear limits helps protect against burnout, stress, and toxic relationships. Sigma males intuitively understand this. When they say no to drama, disrespect, or unnecessary obligations, they aren't just avoiding trouble, they're teaching others how to treat them. Walking away without drama is another key Sigma trait. They don't waste energy on conflicts or emotional theatrics. Instead, they exit situations that don't align with their values or boundaries quietly and decisively. This calm detachment is part of what makes Sigmas mysterious and magnetic. They don't get pulled into chaos, and that self-control draws people in. Interestingly, research in social psychology shows that people naturally respect those who enforce clear boundaries. It's a sign of self-respect and confidence. When you don't tolerate nonsense, you show others that you value yourself and expect the same in return. This is a powerful, almost magnetic force because people subconsciously seek to engage with those who have their own internal compass. Here's the twist. People are attracted to what they cannot control. Sigma males, with their firm boundaries and independent mindset, are famously hard to influence or manipulate. This resistance to control makes them even more appealing, like a puzzle others want to solve but can't. In a world full of drama and chaos, a Sigma's calm, boundary-filled presence stands out. It commands respect, admiration, and yes, a little envy too. Point 7, purpose over popularity. Sigma males aren't chasing clout, they're chasing purpose. Unlike many who seek validation through likes, followers, or social status, Sigmas operate on a different wavelength. Their motivation isn't external approval, it's internal alignment. They care less about being liked and more about being true to themselves and their mission. This mindset sets them apart. Where most people wake up scrolling social media or worrying about what others think, Sigmas rise with a clear mission in mind. Whether it's building a business empire, sculpting their physique, or mastering a complex skill, they wake up laser-focused on their goals. This intense focus creates what psychologists call flow state, a mental zone where one is fully immersed and energized by the task at hand. It's this flow state that drives their productivity and growth. That kind of tunnel vision, it's captivating. When a man is deeply engaged in pursuing his passion, it radiates confidence and purpose. This isn't about arrogance, it's about authenticity. Sigma males don't need to boast or brag because their actions speak louder than words. They're quietly powerful, and that silent strength is magnetic. Research in social psychology shows that people are naturally drawn to those who exhibit strong intrinsic motivation. When someone is passionately driven by their own values and goals, they emit what's often called purposeful energy. This energy attracts others, especially women, who often value emotional intelligence and ambition in a partner. It's not just about physical appearance or charm, it's about the deeper connection forged through dedication and focus. In short, Sigma males create a magnetic aura by prioritizing purpose over popularity. They build lives rich with meaning, not noise, and that makes them unforgettable. Point 8. Emotional intelligence is king. Let's clear up a common misconception. Sigma males are not emotionally numb or detached. In fact, they are often highly emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence means understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as recognizing and respecting the emotions of others. Sigma males excel at this, which sets them apart in how they handle life's challenges. Unlike many who impulsively react to situations, Sigma males respond thoughtfully. This distinction might sound subtle, but it's powerful. Reacting is often knee-jerk and driven by emotion, like snapping in anger or frustration. Responding, on the other hand, involves pausing, assessing the situation, and then choosing the best course of action. This self-control prevents them from making rash decisions and helps maintain peace in stressful moments. Their ability to regulate anger and other intense feelings is a skill developed through practice and self-awareness, not something they're just born with. Research shows that emotional regulation correlates with better mental health, stronger relationships, and overall success. So Sigma males' calm demeanor isn't just a personality quirk, it's a real advantage. In a world where emotional outbursts are common, the composed Sigma male stands out as a calming presence. This emotional steadiness creates trust and respect from others, making them naturally magnetic. People are drawn to that rare ability to stay grounded, especially when chaos surrounds them. So yes, this emotional mastery, it's incredibly attractive, and it's one of the reasons Sigma males leave a lasting impression wherever they go. So here's the takeaway. The art of not giving a damn isn't about being heartless, it's about being fearless. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, your life. In a world full of noise, the Sigma male chooses silence with substance. In a society addicted to attention, he chooses purpose with peace. And that's why he attracts without ever trying. All right, Sigmas, if this video spoke to you, if you felt that inner fire light up, don't just watch, join this movement. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and let's build a tribe of unshakable men who live life on their own terms. Remember, the world doesn't need more followers, it needs more free thinkers, it needs more Sigmas. Stay true and stay Sigma.